my gosh, this thing has turned out amazing. So I'm down to one more coat. I need to put one more layer of epoxy on this thing, and this will be completely finished. Besides trying to get all the tape off in the inside, we're gonna handle that on a different day. However, we're gonna jump right here on the tank. I have to do some body work right here because got a little hot, you know what I'm saying? So a little body work on the tank, but just picture, this whole tank is gonna be all carbon fiber. Isn't that gonna look amazing? So after I get welding that up and welding this back end up, I'm just gonna flip it over. I'm gonna do the bottom side of each one of these first before doing the body work and doing everything else. So for context, I bought this gas tank off of eBay and it's set a little lower. So what I did was I extended the gas tank, and right now what I'm doing with this square hole, I am trying to cover the original filler neck where it had that spot at. So I just cut it out, and all I'm gonna do is weld in this catch panel piece to cover that off, because I wanted to do something different with this casket tank. Now for me, I love TIG welding. That's always been one of my favorite things to do. So that's all I pretty much use is a TIG welder. That reminds me, I need to get a MIG. I probably could have done this a lot faster, but TIGging it, I'm just tacking it on right now before I get some filler rod to fill in all of my welds. But this thing is gonna turn out nice. I'm just looking, man, she looking good. Now I'm just going to clean up my welds. It turned out great. I did notice while I was watching this video that I did put on a little too much heat. You know how you get when you're just trying to get something done and you just really just in the groove and not really thinking about, oh, it's too hot. It might warp my metal. But nevertheless, we're going to fix that here in a shortly. Now this part is very important. I'm just making sure that all of my main points line up perfectly, because I got a surprise that I'm gonna do to this casket tank, because I want this to be one of a kind. All right, so what I'm doing here, I just cleaned up my lines. I did cut the tank back a little bit because it was kind of running into the seat. So now all I'm doing is deburring it, and then I'm gonna make my patch panel so I can put it on it and weld it up. I got to figure out which one of these hinges I want to use on this, because the casket tank is going to go, it's going to be on hinge. I'm going to do something totally different. And like I got to extend some of these ends to stretch over the front. And then also we got to do body work on this thing. But without further ado, let's figure out which one of these we're going to go with. So after finding the actual hinges I want to use, I end up using the more decorative ones, but these will work perfectly fine. You're not going to see none of the hinge anyway. And a couple people asked, why did I not put the hinge where it's on the inside where you can't see it? But I beg to differ. It's a lot better the way that I did it, putting it on the outside. But I just need to clean up the metal a little bit so it will sit on there flat. And then I can get everything welded on properly. And we're just going to do a test fit first to see how well it all operates. All right, now this is the important part. I just want to make sure that everything is lining up properly before I actually tack it on to the actual tank. So I'm just using my straight edge just to make sure that I'm 100% right. I will tell you, this was nerve-wracking because you don't want to have to try to take one of those welds off of that hinge. It's not going to be an easy task to do, and you'll probably end up damaging the hinge. So just taking the extra time just to get it just right made a huge difference. So all I did, as you see, I put two hinges on this side, and we're just gonna hinge open just like that. Gas filler neck is right there. So we're gonna clean all of this up, do a little bit of body work because I'm a little wavy down on this side and a little bit over here. So we're gonna do the body work, then we put the carbon fiber over it. Money, baby. That's tight. I wish I could. That is so cool. So then I need to figure out to put a latch or something right here where it stays in place and don't fly open while riding. But that is cool.